Melania just personally stopped attackers in their tracks, makes it their last time, I refuse. Even though the mainstream media is dead set on attacking her and creating a fake narrative for President Donald Trump's alleged affair with the porn star Stormy Daniels over a decade ago, our First Lady Melania Trump doesn't seem fazed at all. Especially now with the way the media is putting a spotlight on her marriage. If she frowns, it's bad; if she smiles, it's bad. The liberal media just won't stop, as illustrated in an article by A Hollywood Life. Melania Trump refuses to split with Donald amid affair allegations, but why? A source close to Melania exclusively told HL the reason she's holding off on ending things for good with Donald. Melania Trump, 47, may be privately fuming about all the affair allegations surrounding her husband Donald Trump, 71, but that doesn't mean she'll ever divorce him. A source close to Melania exclusively gave us the deets about the reason why she's sticking by his side. Anybody that's expecting Melania to leave Donald and file for divorce is in for a long wait, our source said. But don't take her refusal to end her marriage as a sign of weakness. It's the exact opposite, if anything. Melania's main focus and priority is the well-being of Barron, and she believes that a stable family environment, as much as that is possible given the circumstances, is the best thing for her son. The past year has been incredibly stressful for Barron. He's been unwittingly thrust into the spotlight, and living a public life causes him a lot of stress, as it would any 12-year-old child. Going into his candidacy, Melania was considerate of how Donald's presidential run would affect Barron. Although Melania supported Donald's run for president, she was incredibly mindful of what kind of effect it would have on Barron, our source added. And she has gone out of her way to try to provide him with as regular a home life as she's able to. Melania is an amazing mom, and she would literally die for her son. While she's aware of how easy it would be to walk away from her marriage, Melania is thinking beyond her own wants. With all the recent scandals and public humiliation, the easiest option would be for Melania to leave Donald, our source added. And she certainly wouldn't have to worry about money or status if she did. But she refuses to take the easy way out if it means it could cause Barron any kind of upset, so she has vowed to tough it out and stay with Donald, no matter what. Although many in the media, even the former conservative pundit S.E. Cupp, has asked Melania to leave the president as the example Hillary Clinton never gave, Melania isn't interested in divorcing Trump, which is just a narrative that the left is making up and running with because they personally think she should. Just because they don't like him, doesn't mean that Melania doesn't, and since she stays with him they are making horrible things up about her and her marriage as a kind of revenge. In the case of the Hollywood Life piece, she probably said that Barron's needs come first in a general sense, and they are taking it out of context like the left-stream media always does when it comes to people on the right. The truth of the matter is Melania is an excellent mother who does put Barron's needs first, which is an admirable thing that liberals should take note of. Here is more about S.E. Cupp's call for Melania to leave the president via Daily Vine. Even the former conservative libertarian Fox News and The Blaze contributor turned moderate after leaving the Glenn Beck network for a cushy job at CNN had disturbing words for the First Lady. Cupp said, "I've heard the stories swirling around, the president described in a number of ways, scandalous, tabloid trash. But the word that comes to my mind is humiliating. The President of the United States is being sued by a porn star over an alleged affair they had years ago. It is humiliating for the country, certainly, that the figurehead of the Republican Party, not too long ago the party of family values, is alleged to have had another affair with a playmate just after his son was born. Is humiliating for the GOP, or it should be anyway. But worst of all, that Donald Trump has very likely cheated on his wife multiple times. And that this is all playing out very publicly is particularly humiliating for Melania Trump. While it's hard to imagine she didn't know who she married, she's also just a woman, a wife, and a mother, like the rest of us. There's a real person in there, and she must be reeling. She continued, what she does next is no small thing. It might just be tabloid fodder to gossip rags or political chum for Hill watchers, but for a generation of young girls, Melania's next move could be formative. It was to me. I was just 13 when word of Bill Clinton's affairs hit the campaign trail and imperiled his 1992 presidential run. I had just voted for Clinton in my school's mock primary. I was paying close attention. Burned in my mind is the image of Hillary sitting next to Bill in a 60 Minutes interview trying to put a fresh veneer on her embattled candidate husband. She added it was, of course, just the first of many times she would endure the particular humiliation Bill would inflict, stories of affairs, inappropriate behavior, a graphic White House tryst with an intern, even a rape allegation, and put on a strong united front. Over those years, Hillary became for me what she became for many women, the literal definition of stand by your man. Cupp concluded, now Melania may not have a political career to consider, but as the First Lady, she is an inherently important figure in American politics, and women are watching. Particularly young women. Melania should do for this generation of girls what Hillary Clinton did not do for mine, and leave her jerk of a husband. These hateful liberals are advocating for breaking up families rather than working out issues in a marriage. And in this case, if true, it's an incident that occurred over a decade ago where they would rather take the word of a washed-up porn star over our president.